If we were ever going to have a night, a time to debut that follow from Fornia. And, of course, the lovely Kraken jersey. God, it's gorgeous. And Jordan Eberle's still on the team. I think, did we get rid of Alexiak? I don't even remember. But that is the one behind me. Both jerseys are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we did. No, we kept Alexiak, too. Both of my boys are still on the team. All right, cool. Any chance I'll be a pro? I'll consider it, but to be honest, I'm going to need to wait to find a really good set of sliders. Because playing against the AI, it's not overly fun. It's not overly fun. As it is, they've made some changes to the gameplay since the beta that I question. I question some aspects of the gameplay now more than I was during the beta. So, it's at the Flyers cap game tonight. Derek Brassard denied me a puck. Well, damn. Boo Derek Brassard. So, for those that are behind, for those that have missed things, we're getting ready for our second season, but I mean, as you can tell with Jesse Puljujarvi being our top scorer so far, this team has drastically changed, and my idea was like, okay, maybe I'll keep the team quote-unquote realistic for a decent amount of time, but the problem is when you can get Matthew Tkachuk, when Patrice Bergeron goes a month without being signed, when you complete a 3-team trade to get Kyler Yamamoto, when the game gifts you Shane Wright through the lottery, you know, eventually, you just, you know, you gotta thank that gift horse and say thank you. And defensively too, of course, getting Timofey Kasparaitis, you just gotta thank them. And Brandstrom, like, this team is sick. I don't know if this team is a playoff caliber team yet, but also Marc-Andre Fleury is our goalie, so maybe they are. Maybe they are. Will my rosters be on PS5? They won't be, but other people are making, you know, community rosters and everything. So you'll definitely get people on PS5 that do similar things to what I do. They'll have different takes on how to set things up. Okay, that's gross. What the hell is that equipment for Flower? I wanted to look at what he looked like. That's rough. Here, I'll have to turn off the noties here as well. Here we go. I haven't seen the Seattle masks in game yet, though. That's not bad. Ooh, I kind of like the white one. Arizona's masks are better. Arizona's masks are better. I'm just throwing that out there right now. Arizona has some incredible masks in this game now. I was gonna say those are CCMs, right? I don't know what Fleury wears by default, but it's weird. Like 6 different patterns show up. I'm gonna give him the Vons because they look good. We're giving him the Vons. He does wear Trues, of course he does. What does this goalie wear? Oh, guess what? It's gonna be the pads that aren't in the game every time. Every time, because that's a lot of people that are in the league now. That rock the true gear. The stick is in, though. We got the true stick, just not the gear. Is there a new Red Wings mask? You know, all I wanted to do was look at Marc-Andre Fleury in this jersey, but I'm pretty sure there's not. No, that one is slightly different, isn't it? The old tire. For the most part, no. Most teams are the same. So yeah, Flower. Look at this beautiful boy in a Kraken jersey. You'll love to see it. That one's been in for years, even with the tire. Thought it was slightly different. It is what it is. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start the sim and see what this team can do. We have drastically altered what this team looks like moving forward now, so we'll see what happens. And we'll take it from there. It really is on a month-by-month, season-by-season basis with what happens with this club.
Oh, good for
so
you!
Let us rock. Josher. And give it a follow. This eventually will make you miss the playoffs. I mean, probably. Let's be honest. Let's go to December 1st. Stopping at November 1st doesn't make a ton of sense. Carson Soucy immediately gets hurt. You'll love to see it. Didn't look at the draft class yet, but that's okay. I mean, we're winning some games via blowout. I did not adjust the slider to up the scoring. what we're going to do is... Timothy got hurt already. Only for a week. We're going to give it a little bit of time. Right? Oh my god, Jake Schwartz just broke his leg. What is happening with these injuries? I want to give it another season to see if, like, Connor McDavid... Oh my god. You know, if Connor will struggle to put up points or anything like that. And we'll take it from there. You know, if it's worth bumping things up, it's worth bumping things up. That's really the best thing that we can do. As Aspirations actually fits on the top line next to Bergeron and Tkachuk. We are leaving him there. Is +2 chemistry the best you can get this year? No, +3 still exists. +3s absolutely still exist. Alright, well, Kyler's going to go back in. And Dursey has to... Whoops. Dursey has to take a seat for Aspirations. There we go. Much better. But yeah, there are +1s, 2s, and 3s. It'd be tough to tell because you can't read the damn thing. But they're there. Don't worry. Honestly, really quickly, though. The other thing, I saw someone mention, like, hey, turn down, like, the you know, like, how many computers are generated in the first year draft. But the problem with that is, yeah, it's more of like a, oh, I want to see real players succeed thing. That's more of a, just kind of an issue with the ratings that EA hand out, you know? EA hands out ratings that are just way too low. Yeah, there's not enough medium top 6s and fringe players like that, you know? Rudy, what's going on, man? You are the last you know, you might be the first person I've ever met through F1 that's like, I'm gonna check out the hockey stream. But I appreciate that. How you been, buddy? I hope you're good. Kaspar's X Factors are so good he can play hockey. He can play forward. He could play hockey too. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if we can get to the end of this month without 1,000 more injuries. That would be pretty cool. When's the lacrosse stream? When is any stream? When am I going to play any games? When am I going to play this game? When am I going to play that game? Never! Capobianco with a sore knee. All well and good. When's Marvel? 14, 7-1. I like people who playing such explain stuff they're passionate about. Fair enough. You've come to the right place. Need a cricket stream? Man. Lacrosse, cricket is everything. At least I somewhat understand lacrosse. I still cannot comprehend cricket. I can't do it. It's just not my sport. Let's take a look at the team here so far. Granted, we've had injuries. Matthew Tkachuk has 27 points in 22 games. Very, very good. Bergie with 24 points in 22. Very good. Yamamoto, 14 points in 20 games. Not bad, but he is behind the pace of his line mates. Alex True has been playing because of the injury to Schwartz, and yeah, he's not good enough for that spot. Shane Wright, 17 points in 22 games, not bad at all for the rookie. 12 points for Puljujärvi, also not bad. Ooh, boy, that third line, though. Nylander, 7 points and a -10. Bemstrom doing all right. And my boy Jordan Eberle needs a little bit more. 10 points for Tanev, still, again, the best picture ever taken. Morgan Geeky on 11 points. Colin, that fourth line's actually doing pretty well together. We'll keep them as a unit, but we really need this third line to pick up here. We'll put True at center. And again, Eberle will now be with Puljujärvi and Wright. Although in saying that, I kind of want Eberle on the top line with Bergeron and Tkachuk. I feel like he'll do really well there. Kasparaitis has 5 points in 20 games. He's yet to go up in overall, which is a shame. Brandstrom on 10 points. That's honestly kind of... Well, 10 points in 22 is not bad for a defender, but that is kind of low. 7 points for Dunn. 8. Adam Larson with 8 points so far. 5 for Carson Soucy. 4 for Alexiak. It's not too bad. Fleury has a .915 save percentage. Dreger has barely played. And when he has not been good. We'll give him time. We'll give him time to... is it Soucy or Suchi? I've heard both. I could have sworn during the expansion draft they said Susie, so I've been going with that recently. John Moore is on waivers with his very, very rough contract. I'm going to say no. We want to keep that cap space in case we decide to make moves. And we do have the rankings, the scout. Hell, 2 drafts, 2 franchise caliber players. Billy Sutton next to Connor Bedard. There are 2 franchise players in this draft. Billy Sutton is almost a goal and an assist per game for Owen Sound. Right. Just pretend he's Michkov, right? But all you have not missed much. No worries. Of course, Braden Yeager's there. I was really hoping that guy's name would be Austin, but so much for that. All right. All right. This will be interesting. This particular draft as Matthew Tkachuk goes down to a sore knee. He won't be out for long. I know he has a Gretzky comparison. The reason I'm not bringing it up is because there's no chance in hell we end up with him. So I'd rather just not think about it, you know? Carolina fires their head coach. Goodbye, Rod the Bod. I mean, we're doing well, record-wise. You would hope so, given how good this team is. Lexiak's still good. Kasperitis, though, still hasn't gone up in overall, whereas Shane Wright has. That concerns me. You have to tank for him. I couldn't tank right now if I tried. 23, 9-3. 49 points. Montreal's on 55. We're one of the best teams in the league. Which you would hope, given the changes that we made. Again, Tkachuk's still doing great. Bergeron's still doing great. Eberle, not bad, given he started on the 3rd line. 25 points for Yamamoto. Shane Wright has 30 points in 35 games. Not bad. The 21 points for Puljujarvi. Nylander, True, and Bemstrom have been okay. Honestly, our 4th line's been better than our 3rd line. Can I change that and still get the chem? Nope, they don't fit the lines. Damn. We'll leave it as is. We are winning. At the end of the day. For some reason, Fleury's played 30 games so far. Auto-rotate is not off. So I'm struggling to think of why Dreger would be playing so little at this stage. It doesn't really make much sense. But for now, we're good. For now, we're still alright. Let's keep going. It's True, with a concussion, he'll be out for the rest of the week. No, we won't. He'll be out for 2 days. Sean Dursey can play 3rd line center. What is this? What is this? Don't like the color and contrast. I agree, it's very bright. Also, the English is still brutal. I saw Sin point this out. Matthew Tkachuk has been injured with an injured stomach. Why injured stomach is an injury in this game, I will never know. Alright, Tkachuk is back again, though. Shout out to injured stomach. Who hasn't had an injured stomach, you know? And just like that, say goodbye to the Calder Trophy. Shane Wright breaks his leg. And that leaves us in a rough spot. He had 35 points in 42 games as a rookie. Cannon, yes. Creative players should carry over. Well, Jaden Schwartz is just about back. I want to reunite Tanev, Geeky, and Lind because they're a really good fourth line. Schwartz can play center. He's not the best, but that does get us a +2. That means we can leave that third line the same. All right. And take Sean Dursey out. Again, that's what we'll roll with. Treacher has barely played. He's an 85, but it shows him as a backup goalie as well, which is very concerning. There's a good chance we're going to have to make a move at the deadline. We have the assets to do it. But those are some rough injuries. Michael DiPietro just broke his ankle in the AHL. Oof. Tanksy, no, we can't. I mean, Wright's not going to be out for the rest of the year. He'll be back next month. We're 32, 12, and 5. Do you know how many players we'd have to trade away to get this team to have a losing record by the end of the year? That's just not going to happen. That is just not going to happen. The only question is how soon do we make a move because the deadline's in about a month. Honestly, True's not that bad. He's on 11 points. He's on a 20-point pace. He can fill in for now. He can. I think we just ride out the storm here and kind of see what happens moving forward. Maybe make the big play at the deadline, depending on who's available. But we do have Boston's first rounder this year as well as our own. So that allows us, not to mention we have 4 second-round picks. We have Holden as a phenomenal goalie who has more value than Fleury. We have the assets to be able to make moves. We definitely do. And we're going to be towards the top of the division. Pretty much no matter what. So, we're doing good. But yeah, no doubt losing Shane Wright hurts quite a bit. And actually, really quickly, what we should do... We have Boston's first and Bergeron. Well, Bergeron was a free agent signing, but I get your point. The rookie scoring.
Oh, good for you!
Yep, Felipe, you read my mind. Not official. Thank you for the ball. All right, so there we go. McDavid's back to normal, somewhat. I mean, still 66 and 51's very, very low for him. That's also just EA's ratings. Honestly, Shane Wright might not have won the Calder. It would have been close. He would have been in a race with Lundell and the #1 overall pick, Darren Stevenson for Arizona. Byfield was technically a rookie this year as well, so... Not a killer. Not a killer, but it could have been better. Could have been better. He would have been a finalist. Not that that's a thing in this game. We will simulate through February, the best month. Theodore Niederbach was hurt. Still winning games. 4 in a row now. 4 in a row. Make that 5 before losing to Calgary. Chuck was roughed up for a little bit there. Lost 3 in a row, and then we beat Montreal. Not bad. So deadline is in less than a week. 38, 15, and 5, an incredible record. 81 points, 4 points clear of Edmonton with 3 games at hand. Only Florida and Tampa have 81 points as well. And we have 3 games at hand on them as well. So we are we're the best team in the league right now. How much voodoo will that present come playoff time? That's the question. That is the question. Schwartz has 20 points in 24 games. It's not bad at all, man. It's not bad. Joe, what's going on? Ender as well. think we'll just see what the deadline presents for us and take it from there. Well, we have Chris Drazier and we also have Michael DiPietro. Whether or not we are confident that those two can lead the team pretty much until the conference final, I don't know, because that's what it would take. Fleury is out until May. We did beat San Jose in that game. We beat Dallas as well. Our final game before the trade deadline, he was here against Chicago. No idea if we won that or not. But here we go. It is deadline day. Vladimir Tarasenko is out there. Fair enough. Let's take a look at who's out there on the block. Anaheim looking to move on from prospects like Matthew Robertson, Braden Tracy. We're not in the market for prospects. Riley Smith on Arizona. It is. It's actually having a pretty good year. So Riley Smith in Arizona. I'm actually going to make note of that. That he is available. Boston moving on from LaSalle. We're not really. Hello, Jake DeBrusk. Ooh, 4 years left on the deal, though. But his overall, it's clearly a morale crisis for DeBrusk. He's an option. Like, his value will never be lower than that. Honestly, I feel like Nino Niederreiter is going to be the same way, as New Jersey's made a trade. I think they picked up Sean Monahan from Calgary. Indeed, so Monahan's on his way to New Jersey. Niederreiter is also available as a guy who is better than his overall. Duly noted. Buffalo trying to move on from Victor Olofsson. Okay. Olofsson's not bad. Again, I'm not going to rush into a trade, and if someone I'm targeting gets dealt, then so be it. And there goes Victor Olofsson, immediately dealt to Detroit. So from what I can tell, he's gone. We couldn't have moved that fast. PK's out there. He is a legitimate 82. He's got 4 years, though. Good Lord. Buffalo signed him to all the money. Even Zdeno Chara is on 2 years at $4 million. Like, just no thank you to pretty much any of those deals. Columbus has acquired Marcus Johansson, apparently. Joe Pavelski. All right. Calgary's got some options with Pavelski. Tanev on a 2-year deal scares me a little bit, but Donskoy is out there. We got options on Calgary. Milan Lucic also available. Nope. Jordan Staal. Also Jesper Foss, who's having a decent season, but duly noted about Jordan Staal. Looks like there's going to be plenty of forwards that we could go after here. Got Jake Gardner out there. Will Butcher. 6-year deal for Will Butcher in Carolina, huh? Jonathan Taves. Talk about needing a second-line center. Although San Jose has made a deal. Nick Bonino is for Matt Robertson. Tyler Johnson's also out there. Jonathan Taves would be a big, big player to land. Dallas, nobody I'm interested in. Alex Edler. He has regressed, though. Edmonton. Lord knows we've had plenty of business with Edmonton. LA, Francisco Pinelli. Niederreiter's on his way to Ottawa for Dean Kukin. I'll put a question mark by Nino's name. Minnesota, Jared Spurgeon. Do love us some Jared Spurgeon around these parts. We do indeed. There's also Dumba as an expiring contract option goes. Minnesota's actually got a lot of players. That could be interesting. Boston's made a move. It's Fabian Lysell and Jake DeBrusk to Calgary for Tanev, so I guess DeBrusk is also on the move. Calgary wasted no time. But again, we're going to explore our options. Risto got 5 years from Nashville. Jesus. Andre Palat, though, is also an option. Duly noted. Prospects there. Strome, Reeves. Anaheim's made another deal, apparently. Chris Kreider. As Vladimir Tarasenko has apparently been dealt to Anaheim, Kreider is available from the Rangers. I mean, it's obviously a morale crisis for him. 6.5 for 5 years is a bit steep, but it's also Connor Brown, Chris Tierney. Ottawa's got some options. A lot of options. The Rangers have made another deal. Man, the trades are coming fast. Chris Kreider's apparently been dealt to the Blues. Why would the Blues deal Tarasenko and then trade for Kreider? Dude, all the top names are going fast. But I have no problem keeping our draft picks for now. We're not desperate to make a move. Mark Giordano is available on St. Louis. Do we bring back the face of the franchise? I think we might. I'd love to bring back Gio, but you watch. Washington will have just traded for him. No, they traded for Ryan Hartman. Jet Woo's out there. Vegas moving prospects. Honestly, I mean, the best defenseman available, it's either Jared Spurgeon or Mark Giordano. What would the deal look like for Gio? Puljujarvi and Alexiak? Absolutely not. 2 seconds in Alexiak? No. Ledbedev a second in Alexiak. Jaden Schwartz. I mean, I'm not interested in either of those deals. We'd have to rework like 2 seconds in Ledbedev. It's a pretty expensive price for a rental. Whereas Jared Spurgeon, man, 5 years left. There's nothing they'd want to really make that deal happen. Same for Dumba. Well, if we're getting defensive help, it's Mark Giordano. We got another deal coming through. I have no idea what the hell it was. Joe Pavelski's apparently been moved as well. Dude, the AI are crazy. They waste no time in getting deals done. 2 second-rounders and Ledbedev, who's never going to develop. To get Mark Giordano back. And not like we need to pick Horde, but just in case. Alright, that will go through. What if we take out the Flyers second? And we add in a couple of fourths. That'll also go through. Alright, cool. Jesus. Alright, so a second in Ledbedev isn't enough, but a second, a fourth, and Ledbedev for Mark Giordano, that is a no-brainer. And we will welcome Mark Giordano back to Seattle for the second time in his career. Indeed, Tarasenko's been moved. Spurgeon's still there. Olofsson was dealt. Jonathan Taves is still there, while Pavelski's gone. I know I could have looked at the top options, but it wouldn't have told the full story, right? Like about Jake DeBrusk being there, even though he was moved. It's interesting that it shows me available in Palat. I mean, I know the idea of Freddie Anderson's out there as well, but... I really would have liked Pavelski. Jonathan Taves. No deals for Taves, apparently. Interesting. We'd have to craft that one ourselves. Apparently, Chicago not interested in anything that we got. Oh, man. Is I mean, I know it shows Freddie Anderson as the top option out there. Is he really? That's what I want to know. Is Freddie Anderson the actual top goalie on the market right now? On the felt. Nick Malik. Lindbaum's out there. I mean, it would make sense to get Freddie to bank on him more than Dreger. Francois is out there, but he's not that big of an improvement on DiPietro. Anderson looks like the guy. He's not even that expensive, really. Ranta was out there as well. If he gets dealt because we're checking our other options, then so be it. Cam Talbot, Jake Allen. Yeah, it's Freddie Anderson for the top goalie option. James Reimer's also out there. Not that I want to have to spend assets, but man, we're going for it. Nylander, Alexiak, Schnarr, absolutely not. Lind, Benson, Alexiak. These proposed trades suck. I'm alright with giving up Jack Dugan in a 5th. You're not going to get Puljujarvi, though. That's just not going to happen. Puljujarvi's value. There we go. Could give up on Zion Niebeck, though. It was just a random prospect we signed. Apparently, that's why I'd be over the cap. Hence the Puljujarvi option. We'd be over the cap now because of Giordano. Now, I know people greatly considered the idea of moving on from Brandon Tanev, and I understand why. He's actually been pretty damn good. Boston's made a deal for PK Subban. I'd love to see it. I mean, even with retention, we'd have to work a couple of things out. Oh, man, Fleury being hurt. Fleury being hurt's a rough scene. I don't even know if 50 would be enough. Yeah, it'd still be over. Gio might have been the big move. Gio might have been the big move. It's 12 right there. That's not bad. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's also not bad. Susie could be moved in this deal here. He's got 20 points in 57 games. He honestly hasn't been that bad, but Sean Durzi has proven to be a Swiss Army knife for us. So, if we were to use Carson, if we were to use one Zion Niebeck, still be over the cap. And is there a retention here? Okay, we're closer. To be honest, I mean, it feels like the value there is in their favor. Add a 5th just to make sure we're not getting shafted. Apparently, we're pretty far away. We do have draft picks. What about a full? Well, honestly, now would be the time to give up DiPietro. Now would be the time. Send him a goalie back. Detroit's made a deal. Move DiPietro because we do have other goalie prospects in the system like Scott and Skinner. Granted, they're both a year older and worse than DiPietro. But that way, if neither Dreger nor Anderson could get it done, we'd be okay still. That's a done deal. So it's DiPietro, Niebeck, and Carson Soucy on the move. We pick up Freddie Anderson from Carolina. And what felt like a pretty necessary move. Am I going to be allowed to trade Marc-Andre Fleury even though he's hurt? Fleury a third and a fourth for Taves. Fleury's out until May. Jonathan Taves, welcome to Seattle. Apparently we were allowed to deal the injured Marc-Andre Fleury. I feel like that's a glitch. The goaltending is now Anderson Dreger. We have also acquired Mark Giordano. And now Jonathan Taves. Huh. New feature. I mean, call it that. Just out of nowhere, we were able to acquire Jonathan Taves. Not that I wanted to trade Marc-Andre Fleury, but he got hurt. I mean, that's the second or third time we've seen it happen, so I would call it a new feature, I do suppose. Honestly, I think we're good. I think we're good. Can I save Zdeno Chara from Buffalo? I can't. It's a shame. That is a shame. So the deadline has passed. We have somehow drastically altered this team again. So Monahan is now a New Jersey Devil. Victor Olofsson's on Detroit. Marcus Johansson somehow fetched a second in Svozil. Benino's back to Anaheim. Nino Niederreiter's now on Ottawa. Jake DeBrusk to Calgary, along with LaSalle for Chris Tanev. Bruins fan base would riot. Even though I like Chris Tanev a lot. Braden Tracy again. Vladimir Tarasenko is now a member of the Ducks. Chris Kreider to St. Louis. Riley Smith to Vancouver. Joe Pavelski to the Kings. I am so sorry, Sin. You showed up at a horrible time. Again, we picked up Giordano for a prospect who's never going to develop. A second and a fourth. PK Subban's a Bruin, though. Artem Zub on the move to Vancouver. Alex Edler to Edmonton. And again, the big deal, another big deal was Soucy, Niebeck, and DiPietro for Freddie Anderson after Fleury got hurt. And then we were able to deal Fleury to Chicago for Jonathan Taves. We've just been along for the ride, everybody. That's all I can say. We have just been along for the ride. I will actually take Andy Andre off. Why not? Because this has been incredibly unpredictable. The opportunities that have been here. And we're just rolling with it. Freddie Anderson's now the goaltender of this team. Starting goaltender, I should say. We are going to call Kasparaitis back up. If I'm allowed to. I apparently might be over the cap. I don't see how I'd be over the cap, but apparently I might be. And that's 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 with True. So we'll worry about calling people up if there's more injuries, but swap. Nope. Okay, so apparently I can't call Kasparaitis back up. It's doing me dirty like that. That happens from time to time. If it'll allow me to drop the forward instead, nope. What about if I drop these two and call up Kasparaitis? Nope, it's doing that nonsense where it says we're over the cap no matter what. So this is the team. It is technically registering us as being right up to the cap, even though it shows us with $2 million in cap space. Gotta love when that happens. But the good thing is, for the most part, we're okay. I mean, defensively now, having to play Capobianco instead looks like it could be painful. And it may very well be, because I'm going to have to play him on the second pair. Well, because of these moves, this is highly unfortunate. This is highly unfortunate. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with this team. I don't have a damn clue what we're going to do right now. This is awful.